car shield or something, your car warranty.
Laura, you good? I'm good. All right, we will call the council meeting to order. Please rise for the prayer and pledge allegiance. Our Father,
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good evening, everybody. We're going to start tonight with item D, Hope Services, the Henry County Board of Developmental Disabilities presentation of a proclamation during March as Developmental Disability Month. Mr. Mayor, I'll kick it to you.
All right, thank you. I have a proclamation that I would like to read. Whereas 2026 Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month proclamation, Hope Services as Henry County's Board of Developmental Disabilities has served citizens with developmental disabilities for over 50 years. And developmental disabilities are conditions which affect millions of Americans and families. We recognize that Hope Services serves approximately 400 county citizens with disabilities. And individuals with developmental disabilities, their families, friends, neighbors, and coworkers encourage everyone to focus on the abilities of all people. The most effective way to increase this awareness is through everyone's active participation in community activities and the openness to learn and to acknowledge each individual's contribution. We encourage all citizens to support opportunities for people with disabilities that include full access to education, housing, employment, and recreational activities. Now, therefore, I, Joe Bailarookie, Mayor of the City of Napoleon, do hereby proclaim March 2026 as Developmental Disability Awareness Month, and recognize that our communities are stronger when everyone participates. Take time to get to know someone with a disability, recognize ability at work, and see what he or she has to offer, and give full support towards enabling people with developmental disabilities to live productive lives and achieve their potential. Thank you. Would you like to come up? While they're making their way up, I would like to just add a little bit here. Since I became mayor, I've been asked for the Special Olympics. They've asked me to lead their torch walk, a couple other things, and then about a year and a half ago, I was asked to throw the first pitch out for a Special Olympics softball game, and I was honored to be able to do that. And after doing that, they were short a coach, and then they asked me if I would coach first base, and I did, and I had probably the most fun I have had in a long time. And then since then, I've been asked to be on the Special Olympics golf team. So I have a partner that plays golf that's a Special Olympic athlete, and him and I practice together. We work really hard. We won our regional that was in Findlay, and then we went to state in Columbus, and we came in fourth place. And I'm looking forward to doing that again this year. So I just wanted to
He
add
made
that.
you look really good, didn't
He
he?
certainly did. You know, and he taught me a lot where, you know, I hit a bad shot and, you know, I may have said something I probably shouldn't have, but he's like, Joe, it's okay that, you know, we all hit bad shots. I'm thinking, man, put me in, you know, my thoughts in perspective. So I'll let you two talk about.
Thank you, Joe. Can I ask you to sign this, please?
Sure.
While I chat at you a little bit, Christina's gonna make sure these make it around the table. It's just a small fact sheet on Hope.
Introduce yourselves.
Yes.
Thank you.
My name is Dawn McBride, and I work with infants and toddlers at Hope. I have been with the Hope program for 42 years, all of young children, all 6 and under. So infants and toddlers are my thing. A lot lot of people are saying, what do you do with infants and toddlers? Lots. Our babies come to us sometimes with medical diagnoses. It may be that they are missing a limb, maybe Down syndrome, maybe, yes, we do have alcohol and drug addicted babies in Henry County. It might have that. It can be young parents that are at risk. Many of our kids come with, we don't know the medical reason, but they're behind on language. Communication is probably the #1 reason that kids are referred right now. We also work with kids with motor delays. Sometimes those tough to parent kids, we don't know what's going on, but they are fussy, maybe they gag, maybe they just do some different things. We can often show families, caregivers, strategies to use with them to make life just a little easier. All the kids have to qualify with some kind of developmental delay, so we serve that. Hope serves from birth through adulthood, lots of different services. So if they come in early intervention, we help work to preschool. The goal is we start with kids at risk with delays, and hopefully we're good at what we do, the kids do well, and we can just narrow that focus, and not as many people will need services all their life. And if they do, we have people that will provide those services. Christina is involved with the adult program. This is Christina Clark. She's gonna tell you a little bit about what she does at Hope.
I'm the receptionist for Hope Services, the morning receptionist. I'm involved with Voices of Hope. That stands for,
I'm really bad at that. Really bad.
it's a self-advocacy group standing up for yourself and speaking for rights and responsibility for other people. I'm involved with the Hope Foundation, which that's a group that if your waivers don't cover something, you can go to that. Special Olympics.
What about housing?
I have a provider, Easy Living.
And you have a roommate, a couple roommates?
Yep, two
Yep.
of them.
And her provider just comes in, provides assistance only where she needs it. So Christina does a lot with Hope. Joe talked about Special Olympics, that was a perfect segue. Special Olympics has so many programs. We have all kinds of video game programs, we have all your major sports, there's horseback riding, there's tons of stuff that individuals can choose to do. Individuals, you see them around our community, I hope, at least. Working, playing, recreating, pursuing arts is a big deal right now. People are liking that art and crafting things. And so we have a lot of individuals that take part in that as well. Do you have any questions about Hope? At all? Everybody kind of familiar a little bit?
How can people get involved if they want to help with something?
Yeah, we're always looking for volunteers or just helpful hands. We do fundraisers, lots of fundraisers, so if you see that, if you support us in fundraisers, that's terrific. We can use volunteers for Special Olympics, other programs as well. Sometimes we just need simple things. We'll put it out on Facebook. Anybody have, one of them was yarn. Anybody have some yarn? Anybody have some? So we try to do that.
Right now, Voices of Hope is doing a fundraiser. You can buy a March DD Awareness Month magnet for $5.
Yeah, just call the office and we have those available. We'd love to share them with you.
Good.
Thank you for letting us come tonight. We appreciate your work.
That was gonna be hard to top, but we'll move to item E, our main unit presentation. Chief, do you wanna kick us off there?
Sure I can. I have here Ben Williams and Nikki Ferguson from the man unit. I'm going to go ahead and let you speak for a couple of seconds here on what we're talking about here and what our request is.
Sure.
And then these folks will be able to kind of give you a little bit of background on what this project is and what Nikki does in her role at the man unit. and how important this, like I say, this request really is, so. go ahead.
Thank you, Chief.
The One Ohio Fund, is that,
Yes,
that's
yes.
correct. So there is a settlement out there that goes through the One Ohio Fund. Currently, the city of Napoleon has the fund that's been there for a period of time. Not quite sure how often that payouts are made, but it's not regular, but we do have money there. Chief brought this to my attention. This is something that can only be used for drug addiction education, and we haven't had a proper use for it previous to this until Chief Legg brought to my attention the man unit and Nikki Ferguson's role with them. They spent a little bit of time with me a week or so ago to explain some of the work that she does, the important work that she does across 6 counties. And I think that after you hear what they have to say, it may be in your interest to use that money that sits in that fund to help finance this position to continue. So I'm sure they can explain a lot better than I can, but that's the meat of it. So, hi, welcome back, Ben.
Yeah,
Welcome back,
thank you.
Nikki.
Yeah. Thank you for having us. Thank you for your time. We just appreciate any support that you guys might give us. We're a 6-county drug task force, like the chief mentioned. In 2024, we started this liaison position for substance abuse and mental health. I'll let Nikki talk. But that previously was funded through a federal COSOP grant, and unfortunately that's not being renewed, so we're trying to be proactive to keep this position going because it's so successful. It really impacts your community, the 6-county community, and I'll turn it over to Nikki, but any help and support we really appreciate.
Thanks, Paul. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, good evening. As he said, my position was started in November of 2024. It was developed so that I would respond to overdoses, both fatal and non-fatal. If it's a fatal overdose, my goal is to connect the family members to grief support services specific to the type of grief that they are going through. If it is a non-fatal overdose, my goal is to connect that person to treatment and services. I also take referrals from police departments, so it's been developed as the position has gone on, and we really realize it doesn't have to be at that crisis point until we step in. So we take referrals, and we just actually last week received a QR code where anybody in the community can make referrals if they have somebody, whether it's a family member, friend, neighbor, that they know is in need of treatment for mental health and substance use disorder. I've also had the fortune to work with Chief Bowen and Napoleon Fire Department to develop a Leave Behind program. We only have that in 2 of our counties right now, Napoleon and Defiance, but both Napoleon and Defiance City Fire Departments stepped up. And what that entails is if you have somebody who overdoses and they sign off against medical advice, they don't want to go to the hospital, the fire department can leave them with naloxone, Narcan, and then also they will leave them with a resource card and my business card so that they have the ability to, maybe if they're not ready right then to reach out for services, they have the ability to reach out in the future. We do a lot of education within the schools. And then I work quite a bit with the health department here in Henry County. I had the fortune to work for Henry County Sheriff's Office before I went to the man unit. So I was already familiar with the work that Henry County Health Department was doing. Really, what's unfortunate is we do have the smallest in our 4-county area, the smallest population here in Henry County, but we have the 2nd highest number of overdoses. I think that they have really taken a very proactive step at the health department, and I know Chief Legg and Chief Bowen are very active in those meetings as well, as far as the Narcan boxes that they have and making that available to the public. So I actually sat down in a meeting with them today to see how we can expand the Leave Behind program from just Napoleon Fire Department to the rest of the fire departments in Henry County as well. But I'm open if any of you have any questions, or so I can further explain kind of what we're doing.
So Nikki, these One Ohio funds, could you speak specifically on where those funds would be going towards?
Yeah, I'll take over that.
Sure.
So basically, her position was funded through grants, through the federal grants, and unfortunately those aren't getting renewed. So
Okay.
all the monies that we receive from local governments, like I said, we're a 6-county task force. So we're going to all the local governments within our jurisdiction and trying to get support for that position. And all that money that we do coop will go to earmark for her and for the future longevity of her position. There are some future grants that we're hoping for. The One Ohio Foundation has some other grants that we've applied for. But currently we haven't heard any news on any funding in the future. But we're definitely, it's promising. But for right now, we're just trying to be proactive, and any monies we do come into, we're going to earmark it for the future, and also continue to improve her position, and we're looking to even expand it, so just because of how successful it is and the need is, it's hard for one person to, you know, combat the whole 6-county area, so it's a lot for her, and so we're trying to expand that, so, yeah.
Thanks, Ben.
If I could tag in, one of the things about this money is it's very niche on what you can use it for. So I can't just use it for anything. We get it as a settlement, and you know, I could put up a billboard with it. What's a billboard? It's an advertisement. Nikki's getting out there. She is out there in the, you know, in the dirt. She's out there taking care of people, and otherwise, this money's gonna sit there, and it's not gonna do anything for us. We turn this over, like the other members of the van unit are also in turn doing the same thing they're asking us to do as well. And like I say, we're gonna actually get some use out of this money, and that's why I felt it was so important to bring it to you and see if we could get this money freed up for that.
Thanks, Chief. Lori, can you talk about kind of next steps from here?
Well, our finance director would have been helpful with that. There is, I believe, in the probably $33,000 in that account at this time. I believe Chief and I discussed that we would not necessarily ask for all of that, but a good portion of that. Maybe leave $3,000 there for something that may arise in the future. Like I said, we don't know that there won't be more added to that in the future.
It's possible annually there would be small amounts, just depends on the government.
Right. And so the other counties have all pitched in a certain amount ranging from 20 to 30,000. So we would be in that, right within that range. So I guess tonight we would ask for you to approve to have the money from the One Ohio Settlement Fund for the City of Napoleon to be donated to the man unit for the specific use.
Sorry.
Laura, you don't have that information in front of you, do you? Specific?
I can add that in 2024, we received 15,000. In 2025, we received 11,000. And we do have a total of 33,000.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments?
My question is, how many families or individuals has this program helped?
That's a great question. We just started tracking our data with a system called Core Data last October. So we're still trying to backfill data from November of 2024. But so far, we show that we have helped 92 individuals. That doesn't say necessarily how many families it has helped. And I wish that I had the number for how many talks we've done, but I've been able to do talks within schools, in communities. Judge Pepper Firestone has approached and wants to do some community education on some of the over-the-counter drugs that we're seeing, things like kratom, and how those are affecting negatively in our communities. So it's hard to put an exact number on that, but I can give you more specific if that's something you're interested in. It's something I could certainly send over just from what we have compiled so far.
Thank you.
Like Chief said, we're pretty limited in what it can be used for. However, I say that this is a great administration of the funds to put them in the hands of someone who knows exactly what needs are out there and can use them specifically for that.
Remind me, Chief, did we use part of this fund to fund DARE previously?
No.
Okay.
What happens with DARE and the LEAD program is we budget for that, and then the Fort County Adams Board reimburses us what we spend on that.
Okay.
That's great.
Any other questions or comments?
Thank you for what you do.
Yes.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so if there's no other questions or comments, is there interest in making a motion to make a donation from the One Ohio Settlement Fund to the man unit.
I'll motion.
Second.
And please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
And Brittany?
Yes.
All right. Nikki, Ben, thank you both. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Chief Lag. All right, that will bring us to item F, approval of minutes. From the February 16th, 2026 regular council meeting, in the absence of any objections or corrections, the minutes shall stand approved. All right, so hearing none, those will stand approved. Item G, citizen communication. If anyone is in attendance tonight that would like to address council on any matters outside of the agenda topics, now would be the time to do so. Also hearing none. Item H, reports from council committees. H1, the Finance and Budget Committee did not meet on February 23rd, 2026 due to lack of agenda items. H2, the Safety and Human Resource Committee, along with the townships, met on February 23rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. and discussed. Mr. McBride.
We reviewed the EMS costs and revenues, and we are recommending approval for the 2026 contracts for EMS and fire.
Thank you, sir. H3, the Technology and Communications Committee did not meet earlier this evening due to lack of agenda items. And H4, the Safety and Human Resource Committee met earlier this evening and discussed.
Wastewater treatment plant assistant superintendent position and pay scale adjustment. We do have a recommendation for that. And we also have a recommendation for the electrical department, electrical construction maintenance inspector position, and a pay scale increase there as well.
Thank you again. All right, we will jump to item J, introduction of new ordinances and resolutions. There are none this evening. Item K is second reading. There are also none this evening. Item L, third reading of ordinances and resolutions. L1 is ordinance number 003-26, an ordinance adding section 925.89 and amending section 925.99 of the City of Napoleon, Ohio codified ordinances as they relate to the rules for disposal at the city's yard waste collection site and declaring an emergency.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Lori?
Thank you, Council President. This is just third read to approve our yard waste site rules, just in time for the spring season.
Thank you, ma'am. Questions or comments from council? I know this has been discussed at length the last couple meetings, but anything else to add? All right, hearing none. Ann, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right, that will pass on third read under emergency. Item L2, resolution number 060A-25, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute any and all documents necessary to sell approximately 0.876 acres of land, more or less a portion of parcel number 41-129-332.0040, located within and owned by the City of Napoleon, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Lori?
Thank you, Council President. This is our final read to approve the marketing and sale of the property that we discussed the last several meetings. This is the parcel to the south of the Fred Gherkin, or west of the Fred Gherkin property. It's had a history going from the CIC to now being sold outright by the city. I can answer questions. Chad Luffs is here also to answer questions about the property specific. Our former law director, Billy Harmon, said that this was the best way and the most efficient and inexpensive way for us to, be able to sell the land that we don't have a use for.
Thank you, Lori. All right, any questions from council? Hearing none. Ann, please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right, that has also passed on third read with emergency. All right, item M1, discussion or action, 2026 fire EMS contracts with Freedom, Harrison, Napoleon Townships, and Henry County South Joint Ambulance District in the Village of Florida. Lori, you want to take that one?
Sure, thank you, Council President. This was from the Safety and Human Resources meeting that took place last Monday while some of us were in Washington DC. I see that Chief Bowen is here, so would you mind coming up to give an update of,
Yeah, so we just presented them the 2025's costs, same thing we do every year. We tried to do this earlier so we weren't up against the deadline because those do expire April 1. But we will have to ask for suspension to get those through by then, as we'll only have 2 meetings before, or we'll only have 1 meeting after legislation's drawn, so we'll need suspension on that. But other than that, there were no questions other than call volume questions, you know, where are we going, that kind of stuff, but nothing on the financial side. I did get a request Sunday afternoon from Harrison Township to come to their meeting tomorrow night and just kind of go through it because they had a couple members that weren't there, so I'll go do that, but I see no rebuttal from any of the townships that they won't sign, so.
Thanks, Chief. All right, any questions or comments? If not, I would entertain a motion to direct our law director to draft legislation, please.
So moved.
Thank you. And please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right. Item M2, discussion or action requesting approval of plans and bid documents for the Industrial Drive pavement replacement project. Lori.
thank you. I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Chad Lufs to give you a further explanation on this project.
Hey, Chad.
Evening. We are requesting approval of the plans and bid documents. This is one of the streets that we were intending to include in our miscellaneous 2026 miscellaneous streets project. However, because it is a different type of project than what we normally do, we put it as its own set of plans. As everyone's aware, in the area of Industrial Drive and American Road, all those streets are concrete. A portion of Industrial Drive north of the intersection has never been replaced. It's the portion that is directly west of the truck scales at the old TA truck stop there. We're proposing to replace 345 feet. This is the last remaining section of the asphalt pavement that was built when that used to be an intersection and 24 went around. It's very thin asphalt pavement. We have ruts in the middle of the road that are about 6 inches deep. So we're proposing to remove 345 feet of asphalt pavement, leave the curb in, get that out of there, and then install concrete pavement to match what's in the intersection and what's on American Road and Industrial Drive. We have $500,000 in the budget for our miscellaneous streets project. Of that amount, the engineer's estimate for this project is $270,000. That will still leave us money to do our paving project this year. That's why we're also waiting to put that project out. We will wait and see where the bids come in, what monies we have left in that fund before we put the miscellaneous asphalt paving project out. But tonight, we're just asking for approval of this plans and specifications so we can advertise this project for bids.
Thanks, Chad.
Sure.
All right, any questions from council? Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion?
Second.
Thank you. And please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right, that has been approved. Item M3, discussion or action, award of the North Harmony Drive replacement project. Lori.
Thank you, Council President. This, Chad Lufs can also speak to this. This is the project that has been put off because of the expense of it, and I'm so very thankful that he was able to reconfigure and replan and make it affordable, and so now it will be going forward with your approval.
Sure. Just to expand a little bit on what the city manager said there, we had designed this project about 6 or 7 years ago. We submitted it in the budget every year. Most of the time, I don't believe that project made it to those sitting in this room. It was cut out by the city managers at that time. The original budget for this project was going to be about $565,000. After the success we had in the Twin Oaks area last year, we decided to take another look at this project and attack it in a similar fashion, where the old concrete streets were removed, the curbs left in place, and asphalt installed. Our estimate for the project was $275,000. Last week, we opened 4 bids on the project. The low bid on the project was Ward Construction Company out of Lipstick, Ohio. Their bid was $257,720, and we're just asking council to award this project to Ward Construction Company in the amount of $257,720,000, so we can work on getting North Harmony and the concrete block of Indiana in place.
Thanks, Chad. Questions?
Have we used Ward before?
Yes, Ward is actually the company that did the work in Twin Oaks last year. They've done a few other projects in town, but that's the most recent, and I don't doubt that's why they were a little bit on this. They kind of got it down to a science.
Great, thank you.
Yep.
Any other questions? If not, can we have a motion to award the bid to Ward Construction Company in the amount of $257,720, please?
Second.
Thank you. And please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right, that has been approved. And item M4, discussion or action, approval of a new liquor permit for Hawk's Pizza and Drive-Thru at 402 East Washington Street. Lori, you want to take that one?
Sure. Chad, do you know more about this too? This kind of just came to my attention yesterday.
Kind of do, but so did.
Oh, okay, chief, I know typically to read.
Yeah, I was notified of the permit and reviewed any of our records from there. We have no problems
No,
with that.
that's typically the action that we take.
Yeah, no action from council is a
No
signal of
action is
approval.
necessary, and they will just go ahead and approve it at the state level if we don't have any objections. If we take no action, they will just go through with it.
Okay.
What is changing with their permit that they need a new one?
Just a renewal.
Oh, okay.
I said new, that's why I caught me off guard there, but, okay.
Yeah.
It's just how the paperwork comes through. We get these every so often.
Okay.
Thanks, chief. Any questions or comments before we move on there? Hearing none. We'll go around the table. Lori, I'll start with you.
All right, welcome to Tony. It's nice to sit by you tonight. We had a great trip in DC this past week, and I think it was very productive. We've got some good messages across to our legislators, and already starting to see some fruits from that, so hopefully we'll have more to talk to you about soon. That's all I have.
Excellent. Tony, anything to add?
Thank you, Lori, for that, very kind. Other than that, I don't have anything.
All right. Meredith?
I've got nothing. Welcome, Tony.
Tom?
Same. Welcome.
Dr. Dave?
Good to have you on board, sir.
Mr.
That's all.
Mayor?
Same thing. Welcome, Tony. And Lori kind of took what I was going to say about our trip. Yeah, I think it was very successful this year. We got to speak to 3 or 4 different legislators, and it wasn't just about the power and the AMP projects and things like that. We got to talk to them about a few different things that will definitely affect the city of Napoleon. So it's a good trip.
Yeah, I think we do a great job of kind of piggybacking on the American Public Power Association conference. And we take designated time to speak to our legislators about Napoleon topics, and they were all very welcoming and receptive this year, so that was a great sign. We typically go with 3 or 4 topics in hand. Our topics this year were looking for funding for the water line under the river, help with our railroad crossings in town. We've obviously put a ton of money into our roads in town, and to still have speed traps going over railroads is difficult. So looking for some assistance there. And then the last topic we talked about was just help with our police facility. It's obviously in need of a ton of help and updating, so looking for funding for those. And like Lori said, I think we'll have promising results to share in the coming future. So, Brittany.
You're welcome,
Jordan.
I guess I have to say welcome to Tony.
Victor.
Pleasure meeting you, Tony.
Lori.
Welcome, Tony.
And I will just ask for a motion to go into executive session to consider the appointment, employment, or compensation of a public employee or official, please.
Second.
Thank you. And please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dale?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany? Yes.
All right. We'll start with just elected officials, then bring you guys in shortly. All right, so we have a motion to come out of executive session to concern the appointment, employment, or compensation of a public employee or official, please.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. And please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dale?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right, no action taken there. Item O, approve payment of bills. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the payment of bills shall stand approved. Hearing none, they will stand approved. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second.
And please call the roll.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dale?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.